I view it as really an individual having personal accountability for their own skills and their own personal development, so that each of us as attorneys kind of taking on the responsibility to obviously, service our clients' needs, but throughout that process, not only as an associate, but continuing on as counsel or partner, to continue to seek ways to improve your own skill sets, to continue to refine your abilities, and hopefully make you, as an individual, more effective throughout your career in terms of not only the quality of the legal work that you do, but also just in the way that you approach things, the way you handle yourself, and the way you interact with others.
When clients pick up the phone and call their outside counsel, they have an expectation of a certain level of competency and understanding of the applicable laws, and it's absolutely critical in the early stages of an attorney's professional development that they are able to accumulate the knowledge and the mastery of the laws such that they can be conversant with the client, know the laws that apply, and be able to counsel the client. There are, in law, right and wrong answers. And there are in law areas that there are no right or wrong answers that are much more subjective. And it really takes some time, and this isn't something that you acquire in days or weeks. This is years and probably a number of years to really start to understand when there is a right and wrong answer and when there are guidelines or best practices or rules of thumb, but maybe not a right or wrong answer.
I think if you boil it all down to its essence, being a good team member or team player means putting the other people on the team first. I think I enjoy working with other people much more than working in isolation by myself. I always have. And I've spent some time thinking about why some teams work well and others don't.
A lot of people sit back and wait for things to happen, and it doesn't work that way in a law firm. You either have to just take the initiative to move a case along. You need to take the initiative to get the skills you want, to meet the partner you want to work with, to work on a specific case. Things don't just kind of land in your lap. I mean, I think my view is that if you want to get something done, you sort of have to do it yourself.
If it's a problem that hasn't been solved before, then the question is, how do we get there? How do we get to a resolution that's acceptable or desired, at least, by our client? The creativity, I think, is not necessarily the process, but the willingness to engage in the process and look for something that hasn't been done before and think about things that people haven't thought about, so that if there is another way of doing it, you're receptive to that possibility. So I see creativity more as a state of mind as opposed to a skill or process that you follow. We want to have inspirational attorneys and inspired attorneys. So the individual associates need to be inspired in what they do, look at the task ahead, understand what the project is, what the goal is, and approach it in an inspired way.